Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. We're still talking about Stranger Things.
So there.
So, I mean, we're going to agree to disagree, right? And it's okay. You think it was real, and I think it was half and half. I truly think it's somewhere in the middle.
I think it's full dairy.
Which is shenanigans.
It's not half and half, it's full dairy.
Speaking of dairy, so this week they actually, the creator producer of that show actually did get the green light from HBO Max to get seasons 2 recording and going.
Okay.
So there will be at least a season 2 of It, Welcome to Dairy. But
it should be mostly completely different actors, right? Because it's a different time period.
Yes, because they're going to be going back in time. I mean, you're still going to have Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, just Pennywise. Yeah.
And you're probably still going to have Madeline Stowe as Periwinkle. Well, I don't know, because they're going 27 years back. So they probably have to go to the younger version of her. Mm-hmm. But, you know, they're going to go back. So like I said before, when we look at it and we look at what they're saying, it looks like they just basically want to give you, like... I don't know. My interpretation of it is we're going back to the point where people knew about this thing in Derry, right? Yeah. And the native tribes that were there, they cornered it.
Fuck you, white people. Go live within that corner.
Right. But here's the thing. I don't think most people ended up knowing about it until I literally think the actual monster, It, the cosmic horror, It, the being itself, nobody really knew about it. He was just he got greedy. And so literally he sees, Bob, as Pennywise, the dancing clown, and sees how the kids feared but emulated him. And so it was just a way for him to bring more children in so he could feed faster and better. So I think it's working backwards. It basically is going to be like a Bob, the Pennywise dancing clown version origin story, I think is what it's going to end up being.
Yeah. Which
is fine. I mean, Bill Skarsgård, who doesn't want more of him?
Yeah, I mean, he's awesome.
He really is awesome. It was so funny. I saw a little clip of him with Stephen Colbert, and he was talking about
Corbet. Colbert?
Colbert. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And it was so funny because he was talking about his holiday traditions, and he's just like, Christmas Eve, that's what we do. And everybody's got that drunk uncle that just shows up, and then it's time for presents. And it was just you'll have to look up a Stephen Colbert interview with him about the Swedish holidays, because it was just so funny because he's just sitting there eating like traditional Swedish food, and he's just like, he was probably drunker than most uncles. And it was so funny. Because I didn't watch the full interview. I just saw the short clip they have on the YouTube shorts. And I was just like, man, I need to go watch that whole interview. But then I had to do other social media for us. So I had to dive into that. And then didn't go back, but I'm just like, oh, but it's interesting. Anyways. So Stranger Things, we've been to the Upside Down. We went into the Upside Down. We spent most of this final season in the Upside Down.
Yep. And then you go to the Inside Out. You go to the actual other world.
You go beyond the Upside Down,
yeah.
Which is what we're going to do today. We're going to go a little bit beyond the Upside Down to kind of wrap it up, Stranger Things, because as much as I think, like I said, it was like the last 50 minutes of it all where I was really excited for it again. I love the little bit of a hail to Eddie that Dustin throws at graduation as valedictorian by ripping it all off, and long live the Hellfire Club.
Yeah, Hellfire Club lives t-shirt. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, because that, when Eddie died, he was supposed to graduate that year. That was his year to graduate, man. It's my year, Henderson, I'm telling you. So I think that he brought Eddie with him into graduation, and that's one of the things he did. I thought it was really great the way they have Erica. You can't have America without Erica. I think it was great how they had Erica really coming into her nerdiness, and she sets up all the confetti cannons and everything, and she programs it herself.
Yeah.
I love seeing that. Yeah, I mean, it's just great. those were the things that excited me, was seeing those developments.
Yeah. I like the flashbacks at the very end. Well, not the very end, but
Towards the end where they're...
Like the climax, they have flashbacks of like Barbara getting taken and fucking... Yeah.
You know, I mean...
Will getting taken and everybody's having their own flashbacks of fucked up shit that they saw.
Yeah.
While Will's mom is fucking decapitating Vecna. You fucked with the wrong family.
Yeah, that's probably going to be one of the most iconic lines for the next 10 years of psychos out there. You fucked with the wrong family. It's great. It's fantastic. Like I said, it's their creation, their idea. Just because I didn't like half of the last season doesn't mean it wasn't valid, wasn't good. It's their vision. It just fell so flat. And FYI, I know I'm not the only one who feels that way, because at our local library, there was 5 people standing around, and we were all like, it fell so flat.
But that was before the final episode. But yeah.
But that's the thing that I'm gathering from the people I've talked to, is it's the first half of this last season just built you up so much. It's like, yes, Will the Wise is finally coming here, right? You've got Will the Wise, and he is coming out, honey, all day long, and that's fine. And you've got Robin being like, she's from this bumbling idiot to she's actually really brilliant, and she comes into her own. And then you've got Lucas, who makes no apologies for this massive love he has for Max, no matter how she's ever treated him.
Yeah.
He's got this, and he makes no apologies. I mean, he even says he wouldn't take any of it back. You know, and then you've got Steve and Dustin making up finally. And Steve is, of course, he goes back to being your traditional ladies' man, where I thought you said she was the one. You said this one was the one, so it's kind of funny.
I never said that about her. She's crazy.
Yeah, they're all crazy. So, you know, I think I really love the idea of, honestly, I really love the idea of Hopper and Joyce getting married and moving to the coast, and him becoming a sheriff of another small little town, so they can be closer to their boys and just living a good life for them.
Yeah.
I love how he's just like, you have raised 2 fine young men. If we do this, it'll put you closer to our boys, and we can live our happily ever. So I did like a lot of the aspects.
Yeah.
But you know what was interesting to me? So it looks to me like Elle escaped to Norway. It's just like this, where you see her going across this field and she's coming up to these waterfalls. As she looks down into this town, I'm going...
Yeah, it's definitely...
It's very Thorish going
Scandinavian or maybe fucking Iceland, Greenland.
Finnish
area. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just
In fact, I think I've seen that village before.
Yeah.
I think I've seen film footage of that area.
That's why I'm like, I think that might be somewhere in Norway, but who knows? Anyways, they did a good job.
She shows up on the show Ragnarok.
I wish they would reboot that. That'd be so great.
There was a movie that was made around that same time that was about this dude, and when you're first watching it, it's kind of fucking bizarre. Actually, maybe it was a television show. I think it was a movie though. And basically the dude's Thor, although you don't know it in the beginning.
Okay.
And it's like, he's not even, I don't think he's even a white dude. I can't remember because it's been a while, but he's like, he's got some, Norse heritage.
Okay.
And basically it's like the mantle of Thor is being thrust upon him.
Okay.
And he doesn't know what the fuck's going on because he doesn't even know. And for some reason he's like drawn to go to someplace in Scandinavia.
Well,
it was very interesting. Yeah. Google
it.
No, there will be no hot tub time machine.
That would be epic if there was. Okay, so I wanted to go a little bit beyond Stranger Things.
Okay.
I wanted to go a little bit beyond the Upside Down because this is 10 years of our lives that we've all invested in this. And you don't realize it's been 10 years until you actually see the progression of the kids, number one.
Especially, when you're seeing the flashbacks of the kids.
And you're like...
And it's like, what, were they really that fucking small?
Yeah.
Were they really that young when the show fucking started?
Yeah. And it's so interesting because like if you look at Winona Ryder, she really doesn't age that much throughout this story.
Yeah.
But David Harbour, woof, that poor guy, marriage, stepkids, and divorced, and all kind of trivial shit in the middle, it did a number on him.
At least he didn't go bald.
Not mostly. It's kind of thinnish. But he got very thin, and then he got kind of husky again, and it's just really weird when you read. Like for me, like I said, Wikipedia. We talked about Wikipedia the other day. It's just weird how it's just a big mind suck. Mm-hmm. I think humans crave knowledge and we don't really realize it that we do. I mean, I think at least some humans,
I don't.
You're the biggest fucking nerd I know. You're a nerd and you know it. Yep. Anyways, so I looked a little bit beyond. So what's next for these people? Because obviously it's not just these characters we've really grown to like. Some of the actors and actresses we've seen in other things, and we're just like, oh, they're great.
Yeah.
They're super awesome.
It's funny. I did see an article that was basically saying that, but only about Finn. It was like, so Finn Wolfhard's done with Stranger Things. No, what's next? What's next?
Yeah. So, well, that's what I did. I did actually do that for each one of the main characters. I'm like, well, what's beyond the upside down for these guys? Mm-hmm. Right? What's next? So what I do know is, first of all, Finn Wolfhard and Millie Bobby Brown are the two breakout stars from the entirety of the series. Millie Bobby Brown has just catapulted just way out there. Finn Wolfhard was their original front runner to actually be this giant, what Millie Bobby Brown is today. Yeah. And he's actually one step back because, he went from doing Stranger Things into the It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 series. And of course he was a musician. He's been in or been a part of like 3 different bands and all of that, but he's definitely sometimes I wonder if it's because they didn't expect this geeky little kid to have the range of artistry he did, and so they were expecting a lot more. But I think that he definitely hit it fast, hit it hard, and I think he's at that position now where he can go, we're going to put a pause on things before I decide what I'm going to do next.
Yeah, I was thinking most of these people are probably millionaires, multimillionaires at this point.
They're supposed to be at this point.
I mean, well, most of their money they made before they were 18, so all of that was supposed to get fucking put away for them. I mean, legally.
Yeah, legally actors. All but like 20%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's fine and that's dandy. But most of these people now, most of these kids now are 22, 23.
Yeah.
So, what they've done with their money the last 4 to 5 years is on them.
Yeah.
So that's actually something we can talk about is their money. Mm-hmm. Ungodly amounts of money. And let me tell you what, I couldn't believe it. So for season...
Did they scam Netflix for $55 million each?
Nope. Nope, but theoretically speaking, at the tail end of it, then there was probably, at least in actors' value, each one of those episodes cost at least probably $16 million in salaries.
Mm. I mean, especially for the last season. I was just thinking, that's where all the Rolls Royces went, to those kids. Why do you need fucking 6 Rolls Royces?
Well, Wrench was like, hey, come to my sci-fi show that I can't go going anywhere because my drug supply makes me very erratic. Right. So in season 1, the kids got paid $20,000 to $30,000 per episode.
Okay. That is
unbelievably wow. Because I remember when Friends started, those guys were making like $10,000 an episode, which was still massive money for back then.
Yeah.
But it's just like, these are kids.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's because, their schooling is tied into that and their travel expenses and their per diems and all that. So, but the adults, so Hopper and the first person who was the highest paid person in that entire show, the first one who was the highest paid person was, of course, Winona Ryder.
I was going to say.
She was the most notable person out there. So she started off bang right off the gate, making $100,000 an episode.
Yeah.
David Harbour, who obviously, we've seen him in DC comic stuff, and now he's in the MCU. He's, yeah, I know. I know.
What was he in the DC?
He was in the Suicide Squad, and he was one of the representatives that goes to dinner with the black lady who oversees the Suicide Squad.
Okay.
So he's just one of the muckety mucks from them, right?
Okay.
So we see him a little bit in the DC universe. We now see him more in the MCU as the Red Guardian.
Yeah.
So definitely him joining Stranger Things, getting his face out there more
has given him a huge promotion. Yeah.
And we know him as the new Hellboy. So
Yeah,
that
I've
also
not watched
happened
that
for him
one.
too. And he's, of course, he's the Santa in Violent Night. So
Yeah.
so
Which I wanted to see that one, but I've still not seen it. And that was
Yeah.
like fucking 6 years ago or something.
yeah, I haven't seen it either because I kind of go back and forth whether I want to see Bloody Valentines and Naughty Santas or whatever. I mean, I know a Naughty Santa. He went and saw Molly, but whatever.
No. Bad Santa. That's what that movie was. Bad
That was
Santa.
pretty funny.
Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah.
And Bernie Mac, R.I.P. Bernie Mac.
And what's her name from the Gilmore Girls? The mom from the Gilmore.
Lauren, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact to her about her. She was on a show called Parenthood and was dating a dude named Peter Cross for like 10 years. That was her brother on the show. Ugh. Lauren Graham. That's her name. Anyways, so season 1 and 2, that was about their pay. The kids were making 20 to 30,000 an episode. The adults were making 80, 100 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Season 3 and 4, we have this huge jump. The kids are now making about $250,000 per episode.
Damn.
Yeah, you start doing the math on that, bitch. That's like $2 million. For 1 year of their life, they made $2 million. They get their food, their clothing, their schooling, everything they need.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still, in between downtimes of filming, they're still free to go film and make money elsewhere, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's kind of interesting. But the adults, about $350,000.
Mm.
And the only adults they talk in that pay range really is your primaries. I didn't find anything like the supporting cast. So I'm going to guess that's going to be like Murray and all of that. You know, they definitely made significantly less, but who's to sniff? I mean, Murray Bauman, who doesn't love that guy?
And what was the... God damn it. He was in fucking... he was in Goonies.
Sean Astin.
Yeah, Sean Astin.
Bob Newby. Well, he's dead, but he was making about 100. He made for his time there. He was making between 50 and 80,000, I think.
Okay.
They didn't have a specific for him because that's kind of neither here nor there.
Yeah, he was only in the one season, and he wasn't even supposed to be in that season that long. He was supposed to die early on, but everybody loved him so much.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
There are so many iconic Gen X actors, 80 movie actors they could have brought into this thing, and they could have kept this thing going for 10 more years.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, honestly, but it's okay that they didn't because, you know, things move on. So yeah, season 3, 4, their money's coming up. Their popularity's coming up. That's, you know, super good stuff. Season 5, Joyce and Hopper are making right around $1.2 million per episode. And there was 8 episodes. So they basically pre-tax made $9.6 million. You take out the taxes, they cleared about $500,000 an episode. Take home pay, they've paid their taxes. Yeehaw, let's party and have a good time.
Yeah.
That is literally $500,000 is like quadruple what the average higher income American makes in a year.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking amazing. The kids and the adults. Let me put it this way. Let me go. The older kids, quote, younger adults. So you've got Steve.
The high schooler.
The high schoolers. You've got Steve. You've got Robin. You've got Jonathan. You've got Nancy. They made about $750,000 pre-tax per episode. 750,000, which I'm sorry. I am truly a Steve fan because I kind of thought he deserved a little bit more.
I really like Steve, especially the dude who plays him.
Joe Keery or Joe Keery.
He did a good job of being a douchebag in the first season, and I fucking hated him. That's how you know he's a good actor, right?
Yeah.
You fucking hate the character that you're supposed to hate. But then he the character turned things around and like became an awesome fucking dude. I really like that.
Yeah.
Especially when I went from I hate this dude to I still kind of want to hate this dude because of his past, but he's actually turning out to be a really cool dude.
So, and I view Steve a little bit different than you, because even though he had douchebaggy moments, if you actually really read between the lines and watched what was going on, like even though he kind of had this douchebag persona in front of his friends, that he was this cocky dick guy that everybody loved, behind the scenes, meanwhile, when it's a private one-on-one thing, he's like there trying to help Nancy better herself. He's there trying to encourage her along. So he's
Nancy
only half
better
dick.
herself by taking off her panties.
She did with Jonathan and Steve. I mean, shit, her panties went everywhere. But, that's one of the things where Nancy's, although I love the character and I love the fact that she very much embodied females finding their own strength and moving forward, I did not like the cheating aspect.
Yeah.
That really bothered me a whole lot. As cool as I think the Nancy character was, she lost a lot of credits with me. So I personally was just like, I think the only redeeming quality for me about Nancy at the end was that she didn't go hightailing it back to Steve. That's the only thing, even though there was obviously that attraction there. Yeah. Which they did their job. So anyway, so you've got Steve, Robin, Nancy, Jonathan, they make $750,000 per episode. After taxes, they're still, because it's under $1 million, they're still clearing, right around $550,000 an episode, because they're not that 50% tax bracket. So woo, yay them. Yeah, it's really funny because they're at like a 42% tax bracket with that income, but Joyce and Hopper at 47% because they crested that $1 million.
Yeah.
Right. Then you've got, now the kids have a discrepancy in what they made.
Okay.
You've got Mike, you've got Will, you've got Max, you've got Lucas and Dustin. Those 5, all of them made approximately $875,000 per episode.
Okay.
So officially they should be millionaires, right? Even after taxes, they should be millionaires.
Yeah, and that's just this last season.
That's just this last season, because we can do the math on all of it and be like, what? Here's the thing, though, is even with making that much, even with having make that much, they don't really clear that, because they've got to pay the people who are the overseers for their, their in escrow,
their trusts, or
their
whatever.
trust account. So they have to pay that, and they've got to, certain things they have to pay for after they turn 18, unless they have written their contract and all of that. So, and then obviously the one big thing they have to do for themselves when they're not on sale is they have to have your own security, which good security for any celebrity can run them $160,000 per person per year. Somebody who's willing to take that bullet for you should something weird happen. Yeah. Which, when we look back at history, there was this show called My Sister Sam. Okay. And it had Pam Dauber and this other gal in it. And it goes to show you how fanatical fans can be. Fanatical. Like literally. She didn't have personal security. She didn't even have a security system at her home. And her stalker came right up to her door and murdered her right at her front door. He rang the doorbell. She answered the door, not knowing any different. So that's a big costly thing for them. So probably a quarter to a third of their income is just providing their own security. I mean, unless you're Nancy Wheeler, and then she probably she's got it locked down on those
she has a
concealed
fully
carries.
automatic assault rifle.
Right. But Millie Bobby Brown. There's a couple of different things. 2 of the articles I read said $1 million plus perks, right? So who knows what plus perks mean? I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's just like, I want to make this much, but that extra, I want you to automatically to donate into charitable animal foundations. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Maybe it's, I want 1% on the back end. I don't know. I'm not there. Yeah. I'm not part of that discussion. They're keeping it really tight-lipped. But the best guess by everything they can figure out is it's actually the equivalent of $1.25 million. Officially making her the highest paid for the last season.
I mean, she is the star. If there's a single star of the whole show, it's Millie Bobby Brown. So
yeah, and there's going to be there's going to be fangirls out there going, it's Mike and Will or Lucas and Dustin, and I'm just going to be like,
they all
deserve money.
Everybody's supporting cast to Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, like literally this entire idea is, I don't think the idea was supposed to be.
I mean, it is really an ensemble cast.
Yes. But
if there is a single main character, it's her.
If there's one character that could have shot the show down, it would have been if 11 had died the first season.
Yeah.
And that would have ended it, and it'd have been like, well, that's really shitty showing us kids that just die.
I mean, they could have gone on without her. It would have been much different, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, the curious question I had for myself was, well, what's next? What are they going to do next? Because obviously we've all kind of become enamored, or some people have, really come to love these actors and everything. Me, I'm a Gaten Monserrato fan. I'm a Gaten fan. I'm a Dustin fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Joe Keery fan. I mean, I cannot express to people if they haven't seen the Fun Guy. Is that what it's called? Fun Guy with Ryan Reynolds?
Okay. I think so. Yeah.
The one where he's inside the video game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if they haven't seen it,
I don't remember.
If they haven't seen
I've not seen it.
They should seen it, because he is how Steve starts out as this total douchebag and everything, and then at the end we see where he has this massive compassion for people. Like, yeah.
And he's really good with kids.
And he's really good with kids.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting about that movie is Fall Guy? Dang it. Now I'm going to have to.
It's not Fall Guy.
I know it's not Fall Guy. I know I keep wanting to say it's Blue Shirt Guy and Taika Waititi's in it. And that's just not, I don't even know where my phone is to look it up. Jesus Christ. Anyways, if you haven't seen it, it's a good one to watch. Just because it shows him, you don't really see much Steve per se in there, but what you actually see, like for me, I watched him play his character and I was like, oh, well, it's kind of like Dustin and Steve had a baby, because he encompasses just the balance is done so well between them. Anyways, so I was kind of wondering what was next for all of them. So right now, Winona Ryder, she has nothing in the works. She has nothing set up, nothing scheduled.
I mean, it had been quite a while since she'd done anything before she started this.
Yeah, and I mean, and she's actually so smart. I'm sure that she, totally.
She was probably good. She probably didn't need to work again.
Nah, I think she just did it because it was a lucrative opportunity to do something different, make a decent amount of money, and free guy. There we go.
Free guy, yeah.
Free guy. But I think also it may have been a favor to an executive producer. I don't know. But you never know with Winona Ryder, because she goes through periods where she loves to work, and then she'll want to do nothing. Just leave her alone, let her live her life. And so however it is, who knows if there's something next for her.
It might have been one of those Matt Damon, Kevin Smith situations. I'm doing this as a favor for a friend.
It could have been, and it could have been just sheer intrigue. I haven't, because she'd just kind of done. I'm not taking away from anything she's done, but I call them nickel dime roles, where they're just kind of like here and there or sporadically. And maybe she just wanted to be like, okay, it's been a long time since my Scandal 20 years ago, or I mean, at the time when Stranger Things started, it had been like 10 or 12 years prior.
Had it only been that long?
Yeah, it was like 2002, 2004.
Okay.
And so, who knows? When you go through something where you make really bad decisions and you are publicly embarrassed the way that she was, it takes a long time to move past it. But the fact that she's moved past it and really just kind of come out on her own, it's amazing to me.
I'm kind of proud of her.
I am too, because
that's not my business.
It's not my business either. But to see somebody who can fully embrace it, you know what? I totally fucked up. Not only did I fuck up, but I hurt my reputation and I hurt people around me. And it was really, at first I was trying to deny it, but you know what? I did it. It was wrong. I've paid my restitutions for it, and it's never going to happen again. Like, you got to respect that. Yeah. People who can own their shit get mad respect from me.
Yeah, Diddy. Take a lesson, motherfucker.
Yeah, stop flinging poo on other people. R-A-P-E-R. Didn't forget a P, Diddy. Dick. Anyways, so she really doesn't have anything in the works at this. There's actually quite a few of them that don't have anything pending right now. So Joyce, so nothing. Winona Ryder has nothing in the works. Finn Wolfhard hasn't decided on a project, so it's all to be announced for him. Gaten as well, same thing. There's nothing in the works right this minute. It's to be announced. Caleb, he's got something going on. Natalia Dyer, who plays Nancy. Okay. She has nothing. It's on the to be announced thing. We have a couple of people with a lot of really cool stuff going on. Yeah. But you've got Noah Schnapp, who played Will. Nothing. It's to be announced thing. So then we get into everybody else. And I'm really excited about it because two of my very favorite characters have some really interesting things going on.
Okay.
So let me start with 11, Millie Bobby Brown. She is finishing up Enola Holmes 3, which of course she is one of the creative and the producer and everything of. And then what you can see in her bio is she's kind of getting a little bit away from the acting thing. I believe she's finishing her education for like human studies and like social worker type studies. I don't know. It's changed a little bit what you can read, but either way, it looks like she's moving more to the production side of it.
Okay.
And what the little gossip rags out there and the gossip clips say that she's moving away from like Holly Weird and UK Weird, you know, all these different film places. And she's moving to this farm with her family and she's going to focus most of her attention on that and her own home animal rescue. It looks like it could be true, but she does have some stuff that she's going to be producing and also she's doing creative input on. And one of them is a TV show called Prism that's going to be available at some point on Paramount Plus. So we'll see. So not too much going for her, but congratulations to her on her anniversary of her marriage and her baby and all that kind of stuff. I hope she has another one. So then you've got David Harbour. So then we've got Hopper.
Yeah.
And so he's got Violent Night #2 going to come out this year.
Nice.
He's got Avengers Doomsday. It should be coming out this year.
Nice.
If they don't make it this year, it'll be next year, right?
Yeah.
And then he's also doing a voice on a animated movie, which is not your bag, but I get it. And it's called Goat, and it's going to be a sports themed animation movie.
Okay.
So he's part of that. It's going to be called Goat, and that's where we get Lucas at too. Lucas is also doing a voice in that movie.
In that same movie?
For Goat. In that same movie.
Cool.
Exactly. So then the two people I ended up loving some of the most towards the end of the series. Obviously, we all know that Dustin's my favorite, followed right by Steve. And then I got a thing for Robin. I've got a hard on for Robin, right? So Maya
She
Hawke.
is kind of awesome.
She is so awesome. So, and even Max, Max is one of my favorites too. So Sadie Sink, who plays Max, her next big thing is this year, coming out in July, is for the new Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland called Spider-Man Brand New Day. So that should be pretty interesting.
Are we getting an actual fucking Mary Jane now?
I don't know, because it's still going to have Zendaya in it. And, you know, but this is the Spider-Man Brand New Day. Everybody in the world has forgotten him at this point. That was a sacrifice he made at the end of No Way Home.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Is he going to get a Mary Jane? Is he going to get somebody else? I don't know, because when you go look it up, they just say she's in it. They will not tell you what her character is and what she's doing. It is so tight-lipped. It's just the only presumption is they brought her into the Spider-Verse for more screen time. One, because she's an awesome actress, but two, because it looks like Tom Holland and Zendaya are going to start moving forward in their future and possibly family planning soon. So if you're family planning, well, there's one of those two people who's not going to be able to do action movies for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Zendaya can do it all by herself. Tom can stay home. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
He can have the baby. Push it out. Shove it out.
Way out. Well, we did.
We can't actually say that because, you know, the association with who said that.
I don't know.
Bill Cosby.
Oh God. You know, literally. I just. That's how much he's in my brain. But anyways, so then I don't want to leave out Sadie Sink. So she's going to be in the new Spider-Man movie.
Nice.
So that's kind of exciting because then she's kind of dipping into that. And so what is she going to be in the new Spider-Man movie? And is it a character that she can form into for the MCU? I don't know, but it's exciting to think about because I like Sadie Sink. I think she's just the cutest little redhead thing ever.
Yeah.
I like her. I like her facial expressions. They convey so much. And she's just so great. That was probably one of my favorite things. You know, you're looking like a dork right now, right? You know, you're looking kind of sexy, right? Duh, obviously. And it's just that playfulness. I love it. But anyways, so two of my favorites. We've got Maya Hawke, who played Robin, right? This girl she is out there, man. She is going to be in a couple of different things. She's got One Night Only, a movie lined up, One Night Only, bunch of bigger name celebrities with it. I didn't write them down. I just went, oh, those are kind of bigger name celebrities, but good for her. And then a thing called Wishful Thinking. Those weren't the ones that caught my eye, though. What did catch my eye is she is going to be playing a young Wiress in the new Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping.
Okay.
You haven't seen the Hunger Games, right?
I think I watched maybe the first one, maybe parts of it, maybe only parts of it.
You might want to think about catching up on it because, I don't know. I've already read the Hunger Games original series, the Songbirds and Snakes. I got really mad. I'm not going to read it, but I definitely want to see the movie. And I definitely want to see this movie because it's going to have it's crazy to me because Wiress is this fantastically smart character. Okay. And she's just a whiz with figuring things out. And so it'll be really cool to see that aspect of it. Because Wiress and Beatty are two people from that district who won different years. Obviously, the premise of the Hunger Games is there's only one victor, right? Until along comes PETA and Katniss.
PETA
butter.
And jelly.
Peanut butter jelly. Anyways, Joe Keery has a new movie coming out pretty soon. And it actually made me giggle. And I actually got excited because it is a horror comedy or a comedy horror. And I am like, yes.
College kids.
We got your friends. That's not what the descriptor reminded me of. What the descriptor reminded me of was a little bit of Tucker and Dale, mixed with a little bit Scout's Guide to the Apocalypse, mixed with a little bit of Z Nation.
Okay.
So you already know that that's going to be like some funny, like stupid funny moments, but good funny moments. So it's a movie called Cold Storage, and it's going to be about these two workers at this self-storage facility that's built on top of a former military base.
Yeah, okay.
And inside the military base at night, somehow the night shift turns into a nightmare when a parasitic fungus escapes the underground level. Oh my God. I'm just like, yes! I'm just like, oh my God, finally a zombie movie that's, oh my goodness. Because
is Pedro Pascal going to be there?
Nope. Joe Keery don't need no Pedro Pascal. Joe Keery can carry his own movies. Thank you so much. I mean, although I love Pedro Pascal. I mean, yeah. And apparently they're going to have a season 3 of The Last of Us. Contractually obligated.
Okay.
And I'm just like...
Even after they got rid of that chick who was the main character?
No, she's going to be back.
Oh, really?
She's going to be back. And I'm just going to... You know what? It's just not my cup of tea. Season 1 was fantastic. They did Joel dirty in season 2. Actors and actresses have egos about it that they shouldn't have been. They should have been more appreciative and grateful for the experience. They weren't. It's just not my thing. So good luck to HBO. Good luck to them. Because there is one character. There is one actress. Apparently the 3rd season is going to be all about, the hell's her name? Is her name Elle?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I never played the video game.
It's all about the little girl chasing down the lady who murdered Joel or whatever. That's what the last season's going to be. And they're going to be coming up to Seattle, apparently. I don't know. It was a very brief thing. I was just so irritated. I'm just like, wow. And I understand people defending their own actions and everything like that, but I'm just like, really? You're on record saying this, and that's the most offensive thing I think anybody can ever say about somebody who signed on because they worked with you before and they thought it was a great opportunity for both of you, and you just kick it right in the balls and be like, yeah, but that's not what the story's about.
Yeah.
Sounds like a little narcissist needs to take a trip down reality because anyways. So I'm excited to see where these actors and actresses land next. It's crazy when you start doing the math on numbers, thankfully for the kids, not when they were making the bulk of the money, but at least some of the money was set behind and aside for them. Yeah. So hopefully, and I'm really hoping because there's so many, of those child actors out there, like that they either get advantage taken of them or or whatever. and they end up getting screwed later in life. That's happened to a few of them. Like Jenna Malone is one of them. Jenna Malone was also in the Hunger Games, but they're not the only ones who are moving on. The Duffer Brothers are moving on.
I should hope so.
Right? So here's a couple of really cool things.
Secret World?
No. So the Duffer Brothers still have 3 projects with Netflix to be done. One of them is...
Secret World? I'm done.
I'm so done with you. Your mouth smells like poo-poo. So anyways, the Duffer Brothers have their own production company, and it's called Upside Down Productions or Pictures. Upside Down.
Excellent.
Right. So the Duffer Brothers just signed a 4-year deal with Paramount Plus. So
Paramount Plus, not fucking Netflix.
That is correct. They have contract stuff they're finishing with Netflix. But here's the thing, and I have a theory as to why it's this way. But first, so Duffer Brothers, they have 3 more projects that'll be coming on to Netflix. One of them is called Stranger Things, Tales from 1985 or Tales from 85. And it is going to be an animated series. And not a single, even though it is showing every one of the kids from 1985, it's going to be Will, Mike, and all, not a single familiar voice actor. Not a single one of them are doing the voices for it. Yep. So we're just going to let that one hang there.
Okay.
So there's that. And then they're doing a show. They're going to produce a show under their production company, which again is Upside Down Pictures. So they're doing an 8-episode show, and it's called Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen. And they're doing that with creator Haley Z. Boston. The only recognizable names that I saw in that, because I don't even understand what it is, because it was mostly talking about, like, this was conceived by Haley Boston, and the Duffer Brothers are going to produce it, and then it went into a cast of characters. The only ones I recognized was Jennifer Jason Leigh, which for me, I know she's been in other stuff, but I just remember her as the roommate from Single White Female.
Not seen that.
Really? With Bridget Fonda? I would have thought you'd have watched that with that little redhead. And then, of course, Ted Levine's also in it. And, of course, he is Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lamb.
Oh, that dude. Okay.
Yeah. Or if you watch Jeepers Creepers, he's like the voice of the truck driver in Jeepers Creepers.
Okay.
I think, or Joyride. Not Jeepers Creepers, Joyride. He's a trucker from Joyride who hunts the kids down.
I've not seen that movie either.
But
I saw Jeepers Creepers.
1 and 2?
I think I saw both. I definitely saw the second one is with the twins, right? Their brother and sister.
That's the first one too.
That's the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I saw that one.
Yeah. So what I think is great about Jeepers Creepers is you've got Justin Long in there as the younger brother, right? And I don't know if you've seen it or not, but he's in this newer movie that I actually really enjoyed and thought it was great just because he got his comeuppance, and that's Barbarian.
Barbarian?
It's called Barbarian. And it's about this actor who he pulls a Bill Cosby essentially and kind of gets caught, and he loses his whole world. He's got a property in his home state of Michigan, I believe. And so he's got to sell these properties to make some money to defend himself. So his house is rent out as B&Bs, or not B&Bs, but like, Airbnbs or whatever, where and there's or somebody who
fucking, I can't remember. Basically where you rent
you rent it for 1, 2, 3, 4 days, the overnight stays instead of doing a hotel, you do these houses. Anyways, he's there and he discovers something in the basement. So it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I think you talked about this before.
It's pretty good. Yeah. It made me laugh. I love the ending. It was fantastic. But anyways, So there's one more project the Duffer Brothers already has that's scheduled to come out and be done on Netflix. And I'm actually excited about it because it's got so many baby boomers in it. It's got so many baby boomer actors, but it's going to be called The Burrows, and it was created by a team of Jeffrey Addis and Will Matthews, and it's going to be produced by the Duffer Brothers through their production and film stuff, right? Okay. And it's about these baby boomers are a retirement community that are banding together to stop an otherworldly threat. Yes.
Is it called The Right Side Up?
It's called The Burrows. I've just said that 3 times, you jackass. No, but I thought it was a great tie-in, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody who's got these cosmic horrors or these upside down type that have been inspired by the Duffer Brothers are coming to them going, hey, yeah, you want to work on this TV show and this movie with me? Burp, let's go. And so it's going to have a whole bunch of holy shit people in it. Bill Pullman.
Nice.
And a lot of people would know him from like Independence Day, American Ultra, and then of course Equalizer 1 and 2. Yeah. And he's in some TV show called Sinner, and I couldn't watch that show because it creeped me the fuck out, which is really weird. So you correct me. Anyways, but what I did see when I looked up Bill Pullman to confirm where his phone, if I remembered him from where I was remembering him from, he's set to reprise his role in Spaceballs 2 coming in 2027.
Oh, wait, he was the dude who basically was Han Solo in Spaceballs?
Yes, in Spaceballs, yep. He was the president from Independence Day.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking...
I think you were thinking of Bill Paxton, probably.
Yeah, Bill Paxton,
well,
yeah.
R.I.P., he's dead.
Yeah.
And then you got Gina Davis, who people know from, like, Earth Girls Are Easy, The Fly, probably most notably from Beetlejuice and Thelma and Louise.
Mm.
And then she was just in that Channing Tatum movie, Blink Twice. I didn't see that movie, but I know she's in it.
Yeah, not seen it either.
And then there's going to be, he's an African-American guy. His name is Clark Peters, and he was in Notting Hill, John Wick, and, Harriet. Did you see the new Harriet Tubman movie that came out the last few years?
So is he the dude who was the right-hand man of the fucking hotel owner?
No.
Okay.
That is Lance something or another, R.I.P. He died a few years ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this Harriet, if you have not seen the movie Harriet, and it's a depiction of what Harriet Tubman did in the Underground Railroad and all that. Mm-hmm. It is fantastic. It has got Cynthia, how do you say her name? Erivo? Yeah, she was just in the new Wicked movie. So the black lady from the new Wicked movie, she's in there as Harriet Tubman, and she is fantastic. Mm. And he's in there, and he's fantastic. And then, of course, he was on, more people probably would know him from being on the TV show The Wire, I guess.
Okay, not watched it.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know, right? And then you've got Alfred Molina, who's going to join the cast. And a lot of people probably remember him as Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2 from 24 years ago.
Okay, yeah.
I personally like him the best so far in a movie that I really like, and that's Identity with John Cusack. Mm. He is the shrink in Identity at the big meeting table when he's there.
Okay, I've not seen that movie.
Oh my God. Well, he's been Raiders of the Lost Ark. He's been in the movie Species, Identity, Spider-Man 2, and of course he was in the new Spider-Man No Way Home. He made an appearance.
Oh yeah, he was the dude who actually had sex with the alien in Species.
Yep, there you go. And of course it's got Alfre Woodard in it as well, and probably for you might remember her, the black lady from Scrooge in Primal Fear. She was in 12 Years a Slave. She also just did the remake movie on HBO Max for Salem's Lot. And then, of course, she was the voice in the Lion King remake. Mm. And then she was in Captain America Civil War.
Civil War?
Yeah, Civil War.
I thought you said Silver War.
Like, I might have. I don't know. My nose is getting a little runny. Mm. Because I've been holding off on a sneeze for a while, but that's okay. And it's going to have Dennis O'Hare, who I recognize from American Horror Story Anthology. Mm. And then Jenna Malone, of course. Contact, Donnie Darko, Stepmom, Into the Wild, The Runes, and Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay 1 and 2. So I'm really excited about that because it literally is this massive ensemble cast of baby boom actors. Take Jenna Malone out of it, and the youngest of the actors there is like 63, Dennis O'Hare, but most of them are 63 to 77.
Okay.
Like in that range. So they are baby boomers for sure. And so it's just like, I know I've seen this concept before, and it'll take me a while to think about where I've seen this. And I think part of it is minus the otherworldly thing, I think it's giving me a Reds type feel. The movie Reds with Bruce Willis and Morgan Freeman and Helen Mirren, where they're the retired and extremely dangerous.
Yeah, they're the retired like CIA operatives and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of giving me that vibe, only they're supposed to be like the granny and grandpa next door in the retirement community. And they got to save their community. So I don't know. We'll see. But Duffer Brothers signed a 4-year deal with Paramount Plus. And I think the reason why Netflix couldn't outbid them is because Netflix is wrapping all this money up in this HBO Max deal.
Yeah.
And so Duffer Brothers are going to do, they're going to be doing some original films for Paramount Plus, and at least one, if not 2 different TV shows over there on Paramount Plus, which is really interesting because if you remember a few minutes ago when I was talking about Millie Bobby Brown being a producer on a TV show, it's on a TV show that should be coming to Paramount Plus.
Nice.
So it all kinds of circles back together.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I'm excited to see where it goes. I am very appreciative that they left it open as a loop, because after they're done with their contract with Paramount Plus in 4 years, maybe they'll bring all the kids back. Maybe Elle and Mike will meet again, because it really happened. Because there's real spells in them books, and there's real demons.
Yeah. Those are real spells. They summon real demons. I will say this.
Yes, sir.
I think that Stranger Things final season suffered from its own success.
Yes.
And that if everybody hadn't been so fucking looking forward to this final season,
yeah,
that it would have been fine.
Yeah. I 100% agree.
That, I mean, I'm not saying that the middle episodes were the best episodes of television.
Oh, by far, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
But yeah, it's by far not the worst thing of an entire... I've watched an entire fucking series of fucking shows that were way worse.
You're like, I'll never get those 12-hour back.
Yeah.
That's like about 3 seasons of Friends.
The best episodes were worse than the fucking worst thing that the Duffer Brothers have ever created.
Yeah.
So they're far from the fucking... I think a lot of people are making a way bigger deal about this than what they should be, as far as how terrible it is, right? Because I do not agree that it's fucking terrible.
Oh, I don't think it's terrible. It's disappointing.
But yeah, and that's largely, like I said,
perception.
It's suffering from its own success, and people building stuff up in their head way more than what is reasonable.
You've had fans guessing for almost 2 full years.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think if you look at it, if you set it aside and just look at it in totality. Luckily for me, I had just finished watching the entire first 4 seasons, not watching so much as listening to, so like I said, it just fell flat for me. Episode 5, 6, and 7 fell flat for me, but I get it. If you look at it from that point of view, like you said, take away its status out. Take that status out and look at it in just the story itself. It's fine. I'll tell you what, I would hands down rather watch it 10 times over than ever get more than 15 minutes into Day of the Dead or Dead of the Dawn or Bloodlines. That is one of the only movies in my entire life. 17-minute marker, turned it off.
Bloodlines.
Yeah.
Is that one of the Pinhead movies?
No, it's a Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead. It's one of those, and it's called Bloodlines. And it, like, literally, my partner kept watching it. He made it to like 45 minutes. And he was just, I literally I got up and went to the bathroom at the 5-minute mark. So I was like, oh, this is already stupid. I come back 15 minutes. I turned on my phone 17 minutes. I'm not even listening to it. And he's just like, I don't think I can watch anymore. I was like, oh, I haven't been watching. I've been on my phone. I've been on Wikipedia. But the story itself, yeah. And I think that as consumers, as fans, we also forget that they needed to tell the story the way they needed to tell it. And they needed to have the characters divulged the way that they did. Yeah. And, it's just kind of... There are opinions I will not express on mic, but I will say this. The cosmic horror is just amazing to me.
Yeah. Well, also
how similar it is to other things. And I understand they wanted to provide an homage and respect to who they idol, but at the same time, you could have done a much better job of that.
And King.
Mostly King.
And Poe. Or not Poe. Fucking, I suppose
who
a little
did,
bit
who
of
did Call of the Cthulhu, and then who did A Wrinkle in Time?
I don't remember who did A Wrinkle in Time, but God damn it. I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. And that's the reason I said Poe, was because he was a contemporary.
Yeah.
But, fuck. Everybody's going to be like, Dagda's fucking dumb.
It's so funny because the minute the mic goes off, the minute we stop recording, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, it was this.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to add it into the footnotes because I just don't do that no more.
God damn it. I can see his face because he's got a weird face. But, God damn it.
I think it's great if you want to emulate the people that you respect, admire, whatever the most.
Lovecraft.
H.P. Lovecraft. There you go. But I don't... It was a little too... That's the only thing I will say about the Vecna story and his origin story there. He was just a normal little kid until he ran into that guy down in the caves by his house.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. And it's just like, okay. But it was just a little too on the nose when he opens the case and the cosmic whatever grabs a hold of him.
Yeah.
Just like happened in It. And it was just a little too on the nose. It was a little too the same, where it just comes up, hey, how you doing, boy? And grabs him. I don't know. That's just me. But I think they have a wonderful product overall. Everybody who's involved in it, if nothing else, whether people agree with this or not, if nothing else, they're laughing their whole way to the bank. Because look, there was Lego sets made for them.
Yeah.
There's probably a tabletop game somewhere in all of this.
Yeah, I think there is a tabletop game that either just came out or is in the works.
Yeah.
Of course, there's already a plethora of games that you could use to fucking do this exact same thing.
And even though you may be in denial about it, I think this has given another surge into the pen and paper RPG tabletop
I never
gaming.
said anything to the
I
contrary.
actually did ask you if you thought it provided a surge, and your immediate answer, and we can listen to it if we go back to the very first time we talked about Stranger Things, is no. It was a firm and definite no. Because I asked you if you felt like if there was any kind of a resurgence or a push. No.
I want to say there was a resurgence because D&D has not gone away.
Well,
right? D&D has been around since
popularity-wise.
before I was born. It's fucking still... And it might have introduced more people to it, but there's already been a plethora of people that have been playing D&D since before I was born. So...
one thing I'll say about that is I love the fact that celebrities are these celebrities have been playing for years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Matthew Lillard, you and I were talking about that a couple weeks ago, Matthew Lillard, which I didn't know, obviously. But, the way he was just like, people just don't know, but now they're getting into it and they're getting the idea. And I think, you want to know why I think it's the most fantastic thing ever? So even though you can have a big display monitor and have some digital stuff done, I think it is so freaking awesome that whether you can be in the same room or you have to do it via video call, it's connecting you with people.
That's one thing that a lot of people don't get about pen and paper role-playing games, is that you're like, oh, you are socially inept, you're playing in your mom's basement, except I'm playing with a group of friends. It's not like I'm fucking playing this by myself, although you can play some of them by yourself.
You're more than 12 years old, so I'm pretty sure you're an adult playing in an adult home with adult friends. Yeah. Maybe having a drink or two and having a good fucking adult time.
Or some people smoking weed or whatever.
Ugh.
But
the basement thing, basement.
We played in my basement for quite a while until there was a problem with the basement. Because it was just a good place to have stuff set aside that didn't get interrupted with all the time. Yeah,
and, it's such a varying thing, but I think that is one thing that even me, it's something that when I was younger. But like I said, I am not one of those people where you have to do this. Yeah. The minute I said to you, man, I just wish there was something a little different I could read because I've been reading these same things and I can't find any good recommends. And you were like, oh, give this a try. And you let me borrow one of your books. That is how you introduce somebody to something. Saying, this is what I love about it because I can be the superhero I want to be. Depending on how we create characters, maybe you're the superhero you want to be. Yeah. Maybe you're the druid you want to be. Maybe you're the mage you want to be. Yeah. Maybe you're the knight, you're the hero, the sorcerer, wizard, whatever, depending on it. Or you can take your chance at life and roll for it like the rest of us do. Either way, it takes you into a world where you literally can be the hero of your story. Yeah. And even if you fail at your campaign. You gave it everything you had. And you're doing it with a group of people that, even though it's just a, quote, game, you get to help them save something they love, their character, their idea of the world. So people who aren't gamers aren't going to get it.
Yeah.
People who are gamers are going to get it. It's just a different way to game. You just don't have to be stuck into a or you don't have to be in any.
Wow.
You like my race car?
Sure.
When I used to do a race car, I used to go Rainier beer because that was the commercial. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm super glad. I'm happy for these guys. They've taken everything. They went and they're beyond Stranger Things now. I hope they do come back and do an update movie. I think that would be totally flippin' awesome.
That's another thing with the nature of I can't remember what they called the thing that took control of Vecna, the Mind Flayer or whatever.
Yeah, the Mind Flayer, the cosmic horror.
With the nature of that, they could make a bunch more
100%
stuff because, well, where did he fucking come from?
Yeah.
It looks like he was stranded on that fucking world.
Yeah. It literally...
And it looks like maybe he was stranded there intentionally. So, like, where did he come from? Is there a whole fucking species of him?
Yeah.
Or it, rather? Because
he's the only one. That's why he came across, is because he's angry. And that is the one thing that it conveyed to me, is he's angry and he's insane. And he found Henry because he was tired of being alone. And he didn't like the way the world was, because that's not the world he knew. So, hey, Henry, let's go make the world I know. I don't know. They bridged the gap. They did what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Like I said, no matter how you look at it, I've got mad respect for them dedicating 10 years of their life to it. And, the amazing difference that all of the kids have shown in their craft over the years. Their skills and abilities are great. I'm not going to say who, but there are two of the actors I don't see doing much more in the acting realm. I see them moving beyond it and maybe pulling a chunk from the Goonies and going into a different aspect, because they don't seem as comfortable in front of the camera now.
And hopefully they all do it in healthy ways.
Hell yeah.
At least, 'cause it's hard to tell just by watching them act. Right. Because, Stand By Me was a great movie.
And then look what happened to River Phoenix.
Yeah. So
we know at least 3/4 of them have the possibility to... Actually, if you look at Stand By Me, we know at least half of them have a possibility of moving forward into a mentally...
healthy.
Shit.
Yeah.
No, we know that 25% of them have a chance of moving forward mentally competent, mentally healthy, self-secure.
Yeah.
We know that 25% of them have a chance of getting dragged in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And then we know they have a 50% chance of having mental health struggles.
Yeah.
Because that is just a statistical fact for child actors.
Yeah.
Because we have this thing where we throw them away.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not cute 12-year-old anymore?
Yeah.
Delivering daisies to all the people in the crowd on 4th of July? No, bye. Jenna Malone, I love Jenna Malone because she had to deal with all of that. She had to deal with a parent who stole money from her, and she had to take care of herself and grow up. And that girl just got her head together and she did it right. Yeah. Mayim Bialik, I think there are two extremely good example of child actors who had faith in themselves to make the right decisions for themselves. Mm-hmm. I mean, Mayim Bialik, she's a freaking brain genius. Was she a neurosurgeon? Not a nerd. She's not a neurosurgeon. She's a neuroscientist. She's like, yeah.
She's the,
whereas Amy Farrah Fowler probably from Big Bang.
She was Blossom, right?
She was Blossom, yeah.
Yeah. I think she's a mathematician.
No, that's Danica McKellar from The Wonder Years.
Oh yeah, The Wonder Years. Yeah.
But that's the point. Is I agree with you. I hope they move forward in healthy and positive ways, and I hope they're able to. You're not going to like this reference. Okay. But I hope that they continue to find their happiness, mm-hmm. their mental health, mm-hmm. and their successes.
Successes, yeah.
That's what I just said. Successes.
Successes.
Successes. I just said that.
It's not a secession. It's not.
Listen here. Just let me speak my speech. Okay.
Okay. Carry on.
I hope they move forward mm-hmm. in health, in harmony, mm-hmm. And they go from being child actors to, if they choose to continue to be adult actors, they do it with the same amount of success for that as Jared Leto. You might not like, listen, you might not like that dude, but he started out when he was like just a little bit old, just a tiny bit older than him. He has now been in the industry for like 35 years. So he's really close to their age, and he's successful and he is healthy. And he started out in doing little parts when he was like 11 and 12. And then he got onto this show that was very famous on MTV called My So-Called Life with Claire Danes. And from there, he just went right up. And now he is 50 something years old. He's in the best shape of his life. He's touring with his band.
That was the reason why I went, what? Because you said he's the same age as them. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Anyway.
No, when he started.
Yeah.
I see. That's why I tried to say everything before I said Jared Leto, because you have such a hard on against him. I don't know why either, because we both agree he was fantastic as Morbius.
Is Mobius? Yeah. Morbius. Yeah.
Morbius. Yeah, I said it right the first time. It's Morbius. Michael Morbius from the MCU.
The fake vampire. Yeah.
You're just rotten because Jared Leto's awesome.
Sure.
I don't know why you have such a thing against him, but, listen, I know what it is. You're jealous because he banged, what's her name, and you didn't. That's what it is. I can't remember if it was Cameron Diaz or if it was Charlize Theron. No, Charlize Theron was Townsend. Yeah, so he got it on with Cameron Diaz, and you didn't. Is that what your problem is?
Not interested.
Anyways, so yeah, I agree with you. I hope they come out healthy. I hope they come out very healthy. I'm pretty sure, because our world has we're evolving past that point of, suck it up and deal with it.
Yeah. Also, there's been so many examples for so long of people getting fucked.
Yeah. What not to do.
Yeah. So hopefully they or somebody in their lives fucking helps keep them on track.
Yeah.
And fucking they don't go down the fucking bad route.
Yeah. That is, as I feel, I see so many things where it feels like we have a very snowflake kind of world right now. And I would say that's 90% of it. But then I can see through some of that. And I can see like that 10% where it's like, okay, it is about saying, hey, it's not always about embracing the suck. Some situations you need to embrace the suck. I've said it for years. You've said it for years. Some things you just have to embrace the suck to get through the day. When you're having a bad mental health day, you have to embrace that suck, recognize it for what it is, and just trudge through it. And then I need a participation trophy because I woke up today and went pee in the potty like a big girl. There's a vast difference.
Yeah.
And we need to take and flip that Pareto's law the other way to where.
I mean, it works both ways, right?
Jesus knows.
Pareto's law works for both bad things and good things.
Of course. But we need to, that's just my opinion from what I see is, we need to just start going, okay, it's okay to teach people to be in touch with their feelings and and recognize when they're having mental health struggles.
Yeah.
It's something we talk about quite a bit because I deal with it. And that's okay. If people don't like it, there are 1,093 other podcasts out there that they can listen to.
Like Nathan Fillion's podcast.
Listen, stop.
I was listening to that today. It's great.
Fuck off. We're great too. In our own way.
I didn't say we weren't. I listened to that.
But they definitely have an insider's eye to it.
After we listened to it.
Like if I ever met Nathan Fillion, I'd be looking at him, I'd be like, I loved and hated you as Caleb on Buffy. I don't know anything about you as Frank Castle or as Castle on Castle or whatever. But John, stop being a do-gooder on The Rookie. Be a bad boy every once in a while.
What was the other show? He was on The Rookie. Well, he had The
Rookie.
Castle. I want to say there was another show that he was on.
Yeah, there's another one, but I don't know.
No, Castle is the one where he's basically supposed to be Stephen King working with crime detectives. Basically, he's pulling a Murder, She Wrote.
A Murder, He Wrote. Well, no, Nathan Fillion's great.
Yeah.
But I would love to one day like meet him in passing. That'd be great. Because I know he doesn't like tomatoes on his salad either. I know that. But I would just look at him and say, excuse me, can you introduce me to Alan Tudyk?
I mean, yeah, the podcast is with Alan Tudyk also. It's like
No
the two
way.
of them. Yeah.
They're best friends. I would never
Yeah.
expect best friends to do a podcast together.
Yeah. Weird.
Right? And there we have it. Starting season 2, the admittance is there about being kind of best friends-ish. That's wonderful.
I know what you're talking about.
I know, right? You fucking dick.
I missed it.
Well, you know. So that's a wrap on Stranger Things. We'll keep it updated. We'll see where it goes. Of course, I'm sure over the next couple of months, there's going to be a point or two where I watch it again and be like, and I'll write down timestamps to be like, you need to watch this timestamps to prove why 63% of us are right, that it was just a game all along. I don't really care either way. It was a good story. It was entertaining. It was well written.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the cast and crew
Yeah.
for their successes with it and making it come to life and really entertaining the masses.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think the Duffer Brothers might revisit it again. They definitely left it open for, but right now they're starting their contract. They already have their contracts written out for the 3 things they're doing for Netflix, which is not them directly. Again, they're just producing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's being run through their production company. But everything new they're doing is going to be going through Paramount, and it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And I think, again, why Netflix had to kind of let them do that is, one, Netflix is very notorious for they will rope you into the same style of thing if you're under their contract.
Mm.
And I think they need to have that ability to kind of be out there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just had this most orgasmic thought. What if? Hold on. Play What If with me.
Yeah. Okay.
What if
What if
the Duffer Brothers are going to work with Jim Butcher to make the new Dresden Files series? Do you know how fucking good that would be?
That would be outstanding.
Awesome.
Yes.
And amazing.
Yes.
Something to think about and ponder. You guys have a great friggin' day.
Later.
Bye. Okay, everybody. That's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here, and please share and share again and share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.